What if I told you that someone was trying to decide right now whether or not you should live? Would you be outraged? Would you fight for your life? I'm pretty sure all of you would fight for your life, myself included. Well, this is what's happening every day to unborn fetuses. They don't get a choice, though. They don't get a chance to fight. They are innocent humans who should get a chance at life. Though they're not born yet, they should still have rights to their life. After all, God created the child for a reason. What I am referring to is called abortion. According to worldometers.info, an abortion is the termination of a pregnancy by the removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus from the uterus, resulting in or caused by its death. These abortions are performed every single day. I will now explain to you the statistics of abortion, Arkansas's law over abortion, and the physical and emotional side effects. In the U.S., there are 3,000 abortions performed daily. That's 22% of all pregnancies ending in abortion. Every year in the world, there are about 40 to 50 million abortions. That's 125,000 abortions every day. Good news, though, is that the number of abortions has decreased since 2008, according to the CDC. The CDC website also states that most abortions are performed on women in their 20s, and that 1 in 3 women will get an abortion. In 2011, there were 219 abortions for every 1,000 live births. Although the amount has decreased, this still sounds like a lot. Most women who get abortions get them because they are not ready for their lives to be changed, or they simply can't afford it. Is this really fair to the unborn child? Abortions could be avoided if more women use contraceptives or an emergency contraceptive after unprotected sex or, in some cases, rape. Of course, with any medical procedure, there are risks and side effects. Some of the less severe side effects include abdominal pain, cramping, nausea, vomiting, spotting, and bleeding. These are expected and sometimes last between 2 to 4 weeks after the procedure. More serious risks include heavy or persistent bleeding, infection, damage to the cervix, scarring of the uterine lining, perforation of the uterus, damage to other organs, and even death. These risks are lower if the abortion is performed during the first trimester, which is the first 3 months. After the first trimester, the chances of these risks are higher. Later in the pregnancy also comes the risk of an abortion being unsuccessful. This causes more trips to the doctor, which only prolongs the process and your feelings about the procedure. Along with physical risk, there are also emotional risks and side effects. The emotional effects are even more common than the physical effects and often are worse. Abortion affects each woman differently. Some can move on easily, some grieve and feel guilt for the rest of their lives. Women who don't believe the fetus is a baby have less of a chance for feeling guilt or regret. Women who believe it is a baby tend to have more severe emotional side effects. Possible side effects include regret, anger, guilt, shame, loss of self-confidence, insomnia or nightmares, relationship issues, suicidal thoughts, eating disorders, depression, and anxiety. Women with a higher chance of experiencing these negative emotional side effects include women with previous emotional concerns, women who were persuaded to get the abortion, women who have religious beliefs against it, who don't have support, and women getting an abortion because of a genetic or fetal abnormality. All of this information was found on AmericanPregnancy.org. On LifeNews.com, you can find Sharon Osbourne's story about her abortion at age 17. She states that it was the worst thing she ever did. She was terrified, alone, and haunted by her abortion at such a young age. Later in life, she tried to start having kids. She lost 3 pregnancies due to damage to her cervix. Are these risks that you really want to take? Please think long and hard when you are considering an abortion. According to statelaws.findlaws.com, abortion became legal in 1973 after the Roe v. Wade decision. This gave states the right to regulate abortion. Most states have made the procedure very restrictive, causing only a few clinics to perform them. You can only get an abortion in Arkansas if it is to save your own life, or if it is the pregnancy as a result of rape or incest. It is illegal to get an abortion if the fetus is viable and does not pose a threat to you. The woman wanting an abortion must receive state-directed counseling 24 hours before receiving the abortion. This concludes my speech. I hope you've learned a thing or two about the statistics, risks, and laws concerning abortion. Abortions are preventable if you use protection or birth control. There are also other options besides abortion. For example, there is adoption. Yes, getting an abortion seems easy and you can get it done fast. That is not always the best option because you might have a lot of negative emotional side effects. Another option could be adoption. You could have the baby and give your child a chance to live with a family who cannot have any children. Thank you for listening.